We're going to count down 15 game-changing technologies that are either here right now or are knocking on the door of our reality. These aren't just gadgets. They're fundamental shifts that will alter how we work, heal, connect, and even think. Number 15, digital twins. Imagine a version of you that exists purely in the digital realm. Not a social media profile or an avatar in a game, but a true living replica. This is the promise of our AI-powered digital twins. These aren't just static models. They are dynamic, learning virtual versions of you, designed to work, interact, and even make decisions on your behalf in digital spaces. Think about NVIDIA's 2024 Omniverse platform. It's not just creating cartoonish avatars. It's producing lifelike digital humans that can mimic your unique voice, your subtle mannerisms, the way you tilt your head when you're thinking. We're already seeing this in the real world. In South Korea, the AI news anchor Kim Jua delivers the news flawlessly, and she is so realistic, she's almost indistinguishable from her human counterpart. She never gets tired, never needs a coffee break, and can broadcast in multiple languages simultaneously. But this goes far beyond media. With a market projected to hit a staggering $110 billion by 2030, this technology is set to become a part of our daily lives. Imagine your digital twin handling your customer service calls. Instead of talking to a generic bot, a customer talks to a digital you that knows your company's policies inside and out, but communicates with your personality and empathy. In medicine, a doctor could run a simulation of a risky surgery on your digital twin, a perfect replica of your organs and physiology to find the safest approach before ever making an incision. Or consider personal productivity. Your digital twin could attend meetings for you, summarize the key points, and even draft your emails, all in your unique style. It's a world where you can literally be in two places at once. The question is, at what point does your digital copy become less of a tool and more of, well, you? Number 14, brain-to-computer communication. If having a digital version of ourselves is the future of our external identity, what about our internal world? For centuries, our thoughts have been private, locked away inside our minds. But that wall is beginning to crumble. Brain-to-computer interfaces, or BCIs, are no longer theoretical. They are here, translating our thoughts directly into actions. In 2024, the world watched as Neuralink's first human implant patient was able to control a computer cursor just by thinking. This wasn't a trick. It was a direct line from mind to machine. Meanwhile, a company called Synchron has developed a less invasive device that has enabled paralyzed patients to send text messages and browse the internet using only their minds. Stop and think about the profound impact of that. For someone trapped in their own body by a LESA or a spinal cord injury, this technology is not a convenience. It's the restoration of their voice, their connection to the world, their independence. And while the initial focus is on medicine, with a projected market of $5.3 billion by 2030, the applications will quickly expand. Imagine a future where your hands are free because you control your devices with your thoughts. A surgeon performing a complex operation could adjust a monitor or zoom in on a screen without taking their hands off their instruments. A pilot could react to an emergency with the speed of thought, not the speed of muscle. In our own homes, we could dim the lights, change the music, or lock the doors just by thinking about it. Science fiction has long dreamed of telekinesis. We're now turning it into an engineering challenge. The line between thought and action is blurring. Number 13, robots that feel and empathize. So, we can control machines with our minds. But what if those machines could, in turn, understand and respond to our feelings? For decades, robots have been defined by their cold, metallic precision. But a new generation of machines is emerging, equipped with something akin to human-like touch and emotional intelligence. At Stanford, researchers in 2023 developed a synthetic skin that can detect the delicate pressure of a light touch, the direction of a shear force, and the texture of a surface with incredible precision. Imagine a robot caregiver that can hold an elderly person's hand with the same gentleness as a human, or a robotic chef that can tell if a piece of fruit is perfectly ripe just by feeling it. This isn't just about physical sensation. It's about emotional connection. In Japan, a world leader in robotics, elder care robots are being designed to do more than just dispense medication. They are programmed to recognize signs of happiness, sadness, or loneliness in a person's voice and facial expressions. SoftBank's famous Pepper robot is a prime example, designed to adapt its behavior based on the emotions of the people it interacts with. A 2023 study showed that interactions with these socially aware robots reduced feelings of loneliness in elderly participants by a remarkable 30%. They're becoming companions. This technology is transforming fields like caregiving and customer service, making our interactions with machines feel less robotic and far more human. Number 12. Living therapeutics and self-healing tissue. The future of medicine might not come from a sterile factory, but from life itself. We're entering the age of living therapeutics, where we use engineered bacteria, cells, and tissues to heal our bodies from within. Instead of a drug that performs one function and then is flushed out of your system, imagine a treatment that is alive, adaptive, and persistent. In 2023, researchers in Chicago took a major step by engineering bacteria designed to live in the gut and produce anti-inflammatory compounds on site, directly treating conditions like Crohn's disease at their source. It's like having a microscopic pharmacy inside you, dispensing medicine only when and where it's needed. The potential is even more astounding when we look at tissue engineering. At Harvard, scientists have been developing lab-grown skin grafts that don't just cover a wound. They actively accelerate the healing process. In trials, these grafts healed severe wounds 4 times faster than traditional methods. This is a complete paradigm shift. We're moving from static treatments to dynamic, living ones that can continuously monitor our bodies, repair damage as it occurs, and target diseases with a precision that synthetic drugs could never match. It's a future where our medicine is as alive as we are. Number 11. I design life forms. If we can program living cells to be our medicine, what's to stop us from designing entirely new life forms from scratch? This is where the line between biology and technology becomes truly blurred. Using powerful AI algorithms, scientists are now crafting custom organisms for specific tasks. The most famous examples are the Xenobots, tiny, self-replicating biological machines created from the stem cells of frogs. They aren't robots in the traditional sense. They are living creatures, designed by an AI to perform tasks like collecting microplastics from water or delivering drugs to specific cells. In 2023, this field saw a massive practical breakthrough when a team of scientists unveiled Engineer, bacteria that could clean up 90% of a toxic oil spill in a matter of days. They literally eat the pollution and convert it into harmless byproducts. The possibilities are endless. AI could design microbes to produce clean biofuels, capture carbon from the atmosphere, or even terraform other planets. But this technology also walks us into a profound ethical minefield. For the first time, we are not just editing life, we are creating it. When we design an organism, what are our responsibilities to it? What happens if these custom life forms escape the lab and evolve in unpredictable ways? We are on the verge of becoming creators of life, and we must tread very, very carefully. Number 10. Programmable matter. From creating new life, we turn to transforming the very matter that makes up our physical world. Imagine a material that can change its shape, its properties, and its function on command. This is programmable matter, sometimes called claytronics. It's the idea of creating objects out of millions of tiny robotic components or atoms that can rearrange themselves into any form. It sounds like something out of a Terminator movie, but it's happening now. In 2023, researchers at Carnegie Mellon and Intel showcased prototypes of this technology. with clusters of atoms morphing from a flat surface into complex 3D objects like a wrench or a teacup. At the same time, a DARPA-funded project demonstrated a material that could autonomously form over 100 different shapes. The applications could fundamentally reshape our world. In manufacturing, you wouldn't need different machines for different parts. One block of programmable matter could become any tool you need. In architecture, a wall could transform into a window day and a solid insulated surface at night. Your furniture could adapt to your needs instantly. A coffee table could rise to become a dining table, or a chair could flatten to become a bed. It's a future where our physical environment is as fluid and dynamic as a digital screen. Number 9. Swarm intelligence. Nature has a brilliant way of creating complex, intelligent behavior from simple individuals. Think of an ant colony or a flock of birds. There's no single leader giving orders, yet they work together in perfect, intricate harmony. This is the principle behind swarm intelligence, and we're now applying it to robotics. Instead of building one large, complex, and expensive robot, swarm robotics uses hundreds or even thousands of small, simple, and cheap robots that collaborate on a task. In 2024, Harvard's Swarm Robotics Lab demonstrated this beautifully, with a swarm of small robots building complex structures autonomously, working together like a colony of termites. A year earlier, a Chinese team coordinated a swarm of 1,000 drones for a spectacular light show. But the same technology can be used for more practical purposes. Imagine a swarm of tiny drones released after an earthquake, navigating through the rubble to find survivors far faster than human rescue teams ever could. In agriculture, a swarm of small robots could tend to an entire farm, watering, weeding, and harvesting each plant individually according to its needs. This decentralized, resilient, and efficient approach is set to revolutionize everything from construction and delivery systems to environmental monitoring and disaster response. Number 8. Structural batteries in vehicles. One of the biggest hurdles for the electric revolution, whether it's cars, drones, or planes, is the weight and bulk of batteries. They are heavy, take up space, and limit range. But what if a vehicle's body could be the battery? This is the revolutionary concept of structural batteries. The idea is to create composite materials like carbon fiber that can not only provide structural integrity, but also store electrical energy. In 2023, Chalmers University in Sweden made a huge breakthrough, developing a carbon fiber composite that had an energy density matching 20% of a standard lithium-ion battery, while being 50% stronger than conventional materials. This means you can remove the heavy, separate battery pack and store the energy directly in the car's frame, the drone's wings, or the phone's casing. This shaves off a massive amount of weight, which in turn dramatically boosts efficiency and range. Major players like Volvo and Tesla are already actively exploring this technology. It promises a future of lighter, longer lasting, and more elegantly designed electric vehicles and devices across every industry. Number 7. Quantum secure connection. As our world becomes more digital, our most sensitive information, our financial data, government secrets, personal messages is more vulnerable than ever. Hackers are getting smarter, and the looming threat of quantum computers, which could break our current encryption in seconds, means we are in an arms race for data security. The ultimate weapon in this race might be quantum key distribution, or QKD. In simple terms, QKD uses the principles of quantum physics to create a truly unhackable connection. It works by sending encryption keys encoded on single photons of light. According to the laws of quantum mechanics, the very act of observing or trying to intercept these photons will instantly change their state. This means that if an eavesdropper tries to listen in, the system immediately detects the disturbance and alerts the users. The key is never compromised. In 2023, we saw a stunning demonstration of this when China and Austria held a secure intercontinental video call over a distance of more than 12,200 kilometers, with the keys transmitted via a satellite. As cyber threats continue to grow, governments, banks, and military agencies are adopting QKD to safeguard our most critical infrastructure. It's the digital equivalent of a vault that can never be cracked. Number 6. Autonomous laboratories. Scientific discovery is a slow, painstaking process of trial and error. But what if we could automate the entire scientific method? AI-driven autonomous labs are doing just that, creating robotic scientists that can design experiments, run tests, analyze data, and decide what to do next, all without human intervention, 24/7. In 2023, the University of Liverpool's robotic chemist made headlines by independently discovering a new catalyst. It worked around the clock, testing thousands of different material combinations at a speed no human team could match. In Toronto, a similar AI-driven lab discovered a promising new material for solar panels in just 20 days of process that would normally take years. These labs aren't just faster, they're smarter. They can adapt their experiments in real time based on the results they're getting, exploring avenues that human scientists might have overlooked. This is a profound accelerator for human progress. By slashing research timelines, autonomous labs could help us find cures for diseases, develop new sources of clean energy, and create revolutionary materials at an unprecedented rate. Number 5. Invisible augmented reality. For years, augmented reality has been a clunky affair, requiring bulky headsets or holding up your phone. But the technology is finally shrinking, becoming so small and seamless that it will soon be invisible, merging the digital and physical worlds in a way we've only seen in movies. We're talking about hard contact lenses and sleek, everyday-looking glasses. Mojo Vision's 2023 smart lens prototypes were a glimpse of this future, capable of displaying text, notifications, and even navigation arrows directly onto your field of vision. Giants like Apple and Meta are pouring billions into developing lightweight AR glasses that look and feel no different from what you buy at the optometrist. A 2023 survey predicted that this form of invisible AR will hit mainstream adoption by 2028. Imagine walking into a crowded room and seeing people's names and job titles hover discreetly next to them. Or looking at a foreign menu and seeing it instantly translated into your native language. This isn't about escaping reality. It's about enhancing it with a seamless layer of useful, contextual information. Number 4. Generative synthetic realities. While AR overlays digital information onto our world, generative AI is now creating entire synthetic realities that are indistinguishable from the real thing. This goes far beyond just creating text or images. We're talking about hyper-realistic avatars, environments, and simulations generated from scratch. In 2023, DeepMind demonstrated an AI that could create complex, interactive 3D training simulations for everything from piloting a plane to performing surgery. The realism is so convincing that in other studies, 90% of viewers were unable to tell the difference between a real human face and an AI-generated one. This technology is a gift to creators. It could revolutionize gaming and filmmaking, allowing independent artists to create blockbuster-level visual effects on a shoestring budget. In education, a history student could walk through an immersive AI-generated simulation of ancient Rome. But this power also carries a dark side. The rise of deepfakes and synthetic media raises urgent questions about truth and trust. When we can no longer believe what we see, how do we navigate the world? This technology offers incredible potential for storytelling, but it also forces us to be more critical consumers of information than ever before. Number 3. Autonomous self-repairing devices. We live in a world of fragile technology. We've all felt that heart-stopping moment when our phone slips from our grasp. But what if our devices could heal themselves? Self-healing materials are making this a reality, creating electronics and structures that can autonomously repair damage. In 2023, a team at Stanford developed a polymer with incredible self-healing properties. When cut, it could fuse back together and restore 90% of its original strength within minutes, all at room temperature. NASA is keenly interested in this for long-duration space missions, where a tiny crack in a spacecraft's hull could be catastrophic. Imagine a spacesuit that can seal its own punctures. Closer to home, this technology could mean the end of cracked phone screens and frayed charging cables. It would drastically reduce the mountains of e-waste we generate each year, leading to more durable, sustainable products. From military gear that can patch itself up in the field to drones that can repair wing damage mid-flight, our devices are about to get a whole lot tougher. Number 2. Emotionally intelligent wearables. We already have wearables that track our steps, our heart rate, and our sleep. But the next generation of these devices will track something far more intimate: our emotions. By combining biometric data like heart rate variability, skin temperature, and even the subtle tone of our voice, these wearables are learning to understand our emotional state in real time. In 2023, an MIT project developed a device that could predict the onset of an anxiety spike with high accuracy, allowing the user to take calming measures before they feel overwhelmed. Companies like Ember Labs have created wearables that can actively influence our comfort, sending waves of cooling or warmth to our wrists to help us feel more relaxed or focused. This technology could become a personal guide for our mental and physical well-being. Imagine a smartwatch that senses you're getting stressed and discreetly suggests you take a 5-minute breathing break. Or a device that helps you understand the emotional triggers in your daily life, empowering you to build healthier habits. It's a future where our technology doesn't just serve our practical needs, but actively supports our emotional health. Number 1. Mind-reading retail and advertising. A technology that combines many of the themes we discussed: AI data and the inner workings of our minds, and applies it to one of the most powerful forces in our society: consumerism. We're talking about neurotechnology that can track a shopper's subconscious reactions to products and advertisements. This is not a far future concept. In 2023, companies like BrainSights were already using EEG headsets to monitor consumers' brainwaves as they browse products, pinpointing the exact moment of subconscious desire. Researchers at Oxford, using advanced neural decoding, found they could predict a person's purchasing decision a full 7 seconds before the person was consciously aware of having made a choice. Retailers are already deploying cameras with emotion detecting AI to analyze shoppers' facial expressions and tailor the store environment, the music, the lighting, the promotions in real time to maximize engagement and sales. This hints at a future where your own subconscious thoughts and feelings are used to shape your shopping experience before you even know what you want. It's the ultimate form of personalization, but it also represents a final frontier in privacy. A world where a company knows what you want better than you do is a world that forces us to ask a deeply unsettling question: are our choices still truly our own? The advice I would offer, drawn from this exploration, is simple: don't be a passive observer. The future isn't something that just happens to us. It's something we are all building together, with every choice we make and every technology we embrace. We need to stay informed, ask hard questions, and demand that these powerful tools are developed with transparency, empathy, and a deep respect for human dignity. And that leaves me with a few questions for you. Which of these technologies excites you the most? Which one gives you pause, or even scares you? And as we stand on this incredible, terrifying, and exhilarating precipice of the future, what ethical lines do you believe we should never ever cross? If you found this journey as fascinating as I did, and you want to continue exploring the incredible changes shaping our world, please consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on notifications. We have so much more of the future to explore together. Thank you for watching.